friends, hi and welcome to Insights with me Shirish. Today we are conducting the third episode of Professional Skills. We have been discussing about the interviewing skills, and today I am going to share one of the very important aspects of interview, body language. Let us first understand what is body language. A simple example is whenever you look at a person and the person avoids looking at you by looking around, he is avoiding an eye contact. That means he is trying to hide something or he is not comfortable with you. This is called as body language. Every part of our body gives different signals in different situations. Suppose I'm talking to you and I'm trying to explain you the movement that my hand is doing. This is called as body language, which my hand is currently conducting. But at the same time, if I stand with the folded hands, this shows my reluctance towards what I'm saying or reluctance towards what I'm hearing to. Okay, so every part of our body gives some signals to the person sitting in front of us, which is called as body language. Coming back to the interview skills. First, when you're going for an interview, the very first thing that you need to do is maintain eye contact. Eye contact is looking at the person in a lighter way. Now, what is a lighter way? We know how we stare at a person, right? So your look should be normal. It should not be that continuously you're staring at a person, nor it should be like you're looking around, avoiding to look in the person's eyes. Okay, so when you're answering, when you're talking, you can look into the person's eyes. At the same time, you can look around slightly while you're discussing or talking about other things. You can just move around your eyeballs. But continuously looking at the person also gives the person a sense of adamantness in your behavior. At the same time, you cannot stare the interviewer, making it uncomfortable. Right? So first is eye contact. Your eye contact shows your confidence in whatever you are saying, and your eye contact also shows that you are somewhere sharing what is the truth. If you avoid your eye contact and you are sharing something, it looks like you have memorized something and telling something out of your memory. Okay, so try and maintain an eye contact with the interviewer, which helps the person understand your confidence and truth in the words that you're saying. Second is the position of the way you sit. Whenever you go for an interview, you can never sit cross legs. Sitting cross-legged is not a good sign of attending an interview, because it reflects a complete casual approach or an approach of an adamant or a senior person. Okay, so when you go for an interview, sit with your legs bit open, like, or girls can obviously sit with cross legs. It goes with the feminine body language, but for male students, avoid sitting cross legs. Third is, when you meet the interviewer, in some organizations, there is a process of handshake. How you shake an hand with a person is also reflecting your confidence. So whenever you shake your hand should go straight to the person. It should not fold, and your the grip that you're holding the person's hand should be for a second or two. Okay, it should be a good grip. It should not be a loose grip, just giving your hand in other person's hand, nor holding it too tightly. It should just be holding the hand for a second and two, shaking it, and immediately taking it back. Okay, so handshake is also one of the body language which reflects your confidence when you shake the hand with that person. Smile on the face is one of the very important factors of showing positivity in yourself. When you meet any person for the first time, or even you meet a person whom you know, smile is very important, which gives positivity and which shows your confidence when you smile at a person. But smile should be a smile and not a laughter. Okay, so maintain that slight smile, and obviously when the interview starts, you need not smile at all. There is no need of smiling during the interview, because smiling at wrong time gives a casual approach from your side, a signal of casual approach from your side to the interviewer. Okay, now that you have come inside, you have did a handshake, you are sitting down. The posture in which you are sitting is also important. When you sit in a chair, do not sit uh, on the very edge of the chair, nor lean too much, and nor stick to the back posture of the chair. Okay, do not sit very aram se. So sit in such a way that the person should feel that you are interested in what he's talking. When you're talking, you can slightly lean forward when you're having a discussion, and once you're done, you can slightly move back. These movements should be almost not visible, very clearly visible. Like when I'm talking to you, I'm doing some body movements which are not visible but which are going with the explanation that I am giving. Okay, so sit in such a way that it do not reflect your casual approach by sitting aram se or leaning on the chair, nor it should be like bending too much in front of the person. Okay, so sit straight and look towards the person when you're sitting. Do not look around or towards your hands or towards something else which is kept in that room. Look towards the person or on the table, whatever documents are kept on the table, you can at least have a look at them. Okay, next is how you keep your hands when you are sitting in a chair. When you're sitting in a chair, you can simply keep your hands one upon the another, or you can keep the hands on the handles of the chair, or if there is a table in front of you, you can keep your hands on the table in front of you. Never keep playing with your fingers like this or like this, or doing something like this. Do not give any movement to your hand which would divert your mind or divert the interviewer's mind towards your hand. Okay, some people have an habit of holding a pen in hand and continuously moving it. So do not do that. If at all you are having a habit of rest, this actually indicates restlessness. So if your leg also keeps moving continuously, if you keep moving your leg or shaking your leg, that shows the restlessness nature. So please avoid doing it. When you're sitting in front of a person, you can simply keep one hand or another. And yes, hand movements are also important. When you're explaining something, you can do slight movement of your hand. Too much movements of your hand would again give a wrong impression. Okay, so slight movements which go with whatever you are discussing, or rather do not do any movements of your hand, let them be on the table which is in front of you. Okay, so too much movements are not expected, nor very less movements are expected. This position is a very wrong position when you're going for an interview. Okay, never sit with your hands closed. The steps which I have told, like leaning in front of a person when you're talking, doing a slight hand movement, giving a slight smile, keeping a pleasant smile on your face, and keeping the eye contact with the person with whom you're talking, this actually are the indications of your interest in what the person is saying. At the same time, if you do equally opposite things, like if you are sitting cross-legged, if you are keeping your hands folded, if you're continuously moving your hands, or you're holding a pen in your hand and moving, or doing keeping your hand busy doing some action, it shows that you are not interested in whatever discussion is going on around. So avoid doing all these poses when you are in the interview room. Do not forget to greet the person who is interviewing you before you sit. And of course, no matter how good or how bad the interview has been, when you are leaving, collect your documents and do not forget to say thank you and good day to the person who has interviewed you. Try these things, and of course these things are not which are going to come automatically on that day itself. You will have to practice a bit if you are not into this routine of doing these things like moving your hands, or sitting if somebody has a habit of moving your leg continuously, you will have to practice it at home. You will have to practice giving answers, pronunciation, language. So whatever body language things that I have mentioned today, you can practice at home before going to the interview, and which will definitely bring the right thing in front of the interviewer. All the best. If you like my video, please like and subscribe.